Hey guys, welcome back to NBA Orb. Today we'll talk about 10 unwritten rules in the NBA. Let's head into it. Number 10. Don't talk about other players' contracts.
Offensive rebound. Whoa! Oh my goodness gracious!
All NBA players are always locked in competition against one another. They also belong to a special kind of brotherhood. It may bother an up-and-coming star that a stiff 6'11 center got a $70 million deal. But those exorbitant contacts also speak to the health of the league. Guys in the NBA belong to a union, and they know that any player is getting paid eventually helps their chances of getting paid as well. That is why it's incredibly uncommon to hear one player criticize another player's deal. Number 9. Block shots that go up after the whistle. NBA players are creatures of both habit and repetition, so when a play stops and the whistle blows, they will often throw up a jump shot anyway. Almost every time this happens, a defensive player moves to block the shot. There's no definitive rhyme or reason to why they do this. It may just stop the opposing player from getting into a rhythm. It may just be complete sour grapes. Regardless of the reason, it seems to happen all the time. Number 8. Guys from the same college root for each other. NBA players come from all different colleges, cities, and countries. There are a few universities though that tend to send a ton of players to the pros. Fans would commonly think of places like Duke, Kentucky, UCLA, and North Carolina, and players that hail from one of those universities tend to have a leg up on some of their peers. Veterans from these pro factories look out for younger players entering the league. It is always helpful to have an advice on the peaks and valleys of stardom. Number 7. Don't wear a rival signature shoe. While all the players in the NBA make very nice money, only a select few get their own signature shoes, and some of these sneakers are incredibly cool. Players though have to be careful about what piece of footwear they rock. You'd never catch a Golden State Warrior wearing LeBron James' signature shoe, and you'd never catch a Los Angeles Laker wearing James Harden's signature shoe. With so many brands out there, guys have a number of different options. Number 6. Don't get a rigged triple-double. Triple-doubles used to be uncommon in the NBA. Then Russell Westbrook averaged a triple-double over the course of an entire NBA season. While less rare, and players still really want to get them, but the feat can happen naturally, or players can rig the game to get one. Ricky Davis memorably missed a shot on purpose in a 2010 game so that he could get the final rebound needed for the feat. Number 5. Make sure you practice proper hygiene. The rule is seemingly obvious, but players say you'd be surprised at the number of guys who don't follow it. Players have to do an awful lot of running, sweating, and these kinds of activities can lead to pungent odor. According to Markieff Morris, some players don't even shower after a long practice. The Lakers forward also revealed that one teammate once told him that he doesn't wear deodorant. Number 4. Rookies need to know their place.
Booker, got it! Are you kidding me?
With only 15 players on an active NBA roster, rookies can often come into the league with a lot of fanfare. The veteran players, however, are often quick to let these players know that respect is earned and not given. A rookie in the league not only has to adapt to the NBA lifestyle, they are also commonly tasked with performing deeds to make the older players happy. There is a silver lining though, as they were only a rookie for one season. Players' legs are also their livelihood. Number 3. Take care of other players' legs while they are in the air. Each year in the league, star players succumb to injuries. A large number of these injuries occur to players' legs, which can be often exposed while players are in the air. Just a slight change in direction or an awkward landing can lead to a devastating ailment. Players want to stay as aggressive as possible while defending the rim, but as we mentioned before, the NBA is a fraternity of the world's best players, and guys are generally careful to keep their peers safe. Number 2. Players stepping out of line can become social media fodder. Back in the 90s and early 2000s, social media had no impact on the NBA game. Today, it can have an outsized role. Sometimes the best way for a veteran to handle a troublesome teammate is to put them on blast on Twitter or Instagram. The typical NBA star can have anywhere from a couple 100,000 to a couple of million followers, so when they make any kind of remark on their social feeds, it is sure to send a message to the offending player. Number 1. Back up your teammates in a fight. While not as common as in the NFL, fights can break out quickly in the NBA. Typically, these dust-ups begin with small scuffles between competing players, and when these scuffles happen, players are expected to have their teammates back. Since the Ron Artest incident, the NBA has brutally punished players for fighting in games. While players want to make sure their teammate doesn't get hurt, they also enter the fray to make sure the fight doesn't escalate into something more significant. This brings us to the end of our video. I hope you enjoyed it. Hit like if you did, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel so that you don't miss any of our videos in the future. Also, watch the 2 videos that are on your screen because I'm sure you'll love them. With that, I'll see you in the next video.